Aloha YouTube, what is up? Untitled Boy here, coming at you another sneaker video, guys. This video is not an unboxing or anything like that. It's a little bit different. I figured it'd be a cool thing to kind of like show this with you guys on the channel, where you guys have probably heard me talk about it like a million times already. I ended up selling my whole sneaker collection. We are starting from scratch. There's like literally nothing in there. But what I think would be pretty cool, and what I saw a lot of people like asking in the comments and like DMs and emails and stuff, is could you actually show me what the profit was from selling your collection? Not only like what you made, but what you profited, because a lot of people like saw that I was buying things for like really under retail, or like finding steals and deals and stuff on GoDaddy for used shoes, and I thought it was a pretty good idea, you know, to show you guys exactly like over the course of 4 years of collecting sneakers, did I actually make money off my collection or did I lose money? So I'll be going over all of the details of that today. You guys will literally be seeing how much I paid, how much I sold things for, and obviously how much we made. But before I get into that, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, Rose Gold and Black. Rose Gold and Black is the premier minimalistic jewelry company that I've been using for a very long time, guys, and I have some exciting news. They actually are having an end of the financial year sale, and there's some huge savings to be had, along with a bunch of new pieces. One that I'm wearing right now, which is this one that I've actually been asking for this piece for like the 4 years that we've been sponsored by them. I've been literally asking like, when is this thing gonna come out? Is it ever gonna be made? And they finally did it. It's a cross pendant, which you guys can see like closer up over here, and that's actually on the site now, so you guys are able to cop these for very affordable prices, because this end of the financial year sale is you get 40% off, plus you guys get a free necklace or bracelet with your purchase. So 40% off plus free jewelry, guys. That's literally the best that you can get. Not only do they have necklaces and stuff on there, they have bracelets, they got rings, they got watches, they have a whole bunch of selection on there. So don't forget to go look over there, guys, and cop your jewelry, because it's literally like the best time to buy. Anyway, let us get into this video now. Like I said, we don't have any boxes to open, but I will pull this up on my monitor over here, and we can start talking about like the selling of the collection and just how much money I made. So first things first, we'll keep like a running like tab, I guess, of profit, so you guys can continuously see like how much money we're making. And we'll start off with the 3 most expensive shoes in my collection, because this one has a pretty cool story behind it. You guys know that my most expensive pairs were probably the Air Yeezy 2 set, which included the Platinums, the Solars, and also the Red Octobers. And I ended up selling all 3 of those as a set to a name that you're probably familiar with on the channel, Net Magnetism up in Canada. Net Magnetism runs sneaker raffles and stuff, and what's really cool is they decided to buy up the whole collection of those shoes, and they're also raffling it off to people, which is super dope and comes full circle, because I ended up winning those Red Octobers from a Net Magnetism raffle like 3 years ago. So it's come full circle. Those things are back on the raffle again, and this time somebody else has a chance to win them for just $11. And one thing that I wanted to give back to you guys, because I haven't been doing a lot of giveaways recently, is that if you guys wanted to have a chance to win the entire Air Yeezy 2 set, I will actually buy an entry for you guys. And how that's gonna happen is there's a Instagram link that I will put in the bottom over here in the description, and that link will take you to like a previous post on Net Magnetism's page, and all you guys need to do is comment "pick me" at Untitled Hawaii. Don't forget to @ me or I won't see it. And also you have to be following Net Magnetism and myself as well. And once I verify that you're following Net Mag, you're following me, if you guys are lucky enough to get picked, then I will end up buying you your entry into that raffle, and then hopefully if you guys win, that would be like insane. So don't forget to do that. It's a really cool thing they got going on over there, dude. Like honestly, I didn't believe it at first, but when I won the Red October like 3 years ago, when I was literally like had 100 subs on YouTube, it was like such a life-changing experience, and you guys will see, because we made profit on that. And I gotta apologize, we're gonna be rambling a lot on this video, guys. So much information to go over. So Air Yeezy 2 Platinum, I paid $1,200 for this pair over here, and I paid it on resale from GOAT. Now I bought this pair used, but at the time like $1,000 was a pretty good price for these, and obviously you guys know they get going up over time, so it is worth a lot more. The Air Yeezy 2 Platinum I ended up selling for $3,500, which is a profit of $2,300. So one pair of shoes, bought it used on GOAT, where everybody was laughing at me, don't buy used shoes, it doesn't make any sense. 2,300 bucks. It was sitting there on GOAT. I didn't need to do anything special, just make sure I kept checking back all the time, and when I found a pair that looked clean, bought it, sold it, 2,300 bucks. So the Air Yeezy 2 Solar is a little bit harder to quantify, guys. The reason why is because I ended up trading a pair of the Jordan 2 signed M&Ms, signed by Eminem, for a pair of Air Yeezy 2 Solars to Truist, but that's where the calculations get weird, right? Because it came in a beater box. So the way that I marked this on like how much I paid for it was I had to look at the price of the beater box, what my profit was, how much I was down and stuff. And actually on that box, I ended up selling everything else, and I only was like short $540 on the box. So technically it's like I paid $540 for a pair of Jordan 2 M&Ms, traded it for Air Yeezy 2 Solar, so $540 still. I ended up selling that pair for $3,000, so that is a profit of $2,460. Pretty good right there. And then last but not least, the Air Yeezy 2 Red October, which I mentioned, I ended up getting for $30, but to be completely transparent with you guys, I ended up entering like a bunch of giveaways to get to that pair, right? It wasn't like I just did a one-time entry and then I won. And I calculated that I spent about like $700 before I hit the Air Yeezy 2 Red Octobers. It's really hard for me to track because I ended up winning like mini prizes here and there, so it's not really 700, but we're just gonna go with 700 that I spent. Anyway, this one's probably the biggest profit because I paid like 700 bucks, like I said, sold the Air Yeezy 2 Red October for 7 grand, so that is a profit of 6,300. It's quite a bit of money, guys. Just from those 3 shoes alone, we ended up making over $10,000, which is huge. You guys know I sold the collection to buy a house. That's a huge profit. I'm just really thrilled with that. So we're gonna get into these next couple shoes. I'm gonna be going a little bit quicker unless there's like a really unique story. You guys don't really need to know like all the details, I guess. Nike SB Dunk Atmos. I ended up paying $510 for this on resale from GoDap, and I sold it for $380, which is a net loss of 130 bucks. Just goes to show you guys, like, I'm not perfect. Like, I can't always find the best steals and deals, but I try my best, you know? So we lost 130 on that. We'll minus it on the total profit. The Jordan 4 Off Noir, I ended up copying this for 272, which was retail somehow from the Union web store. So that was really lucky. I ended up selling that pair used for 670, which was a profit of 398. Pretty good profit over there, but that was all luck, right? It's not very often you hit on the Union store. Here's a big loss. Nike SB Chunky Dunky. I bought this one for resale from GoDap for $16.25, like literally I think the week that it dropped, because I obviously wasn't able to get it retail. So I bought it at resale thinking it was gonna go up. It didn't. It actually went down, so I ended up selling this for $1,400, which was a loss of $225. This one was interesting. The Kobe 5 Bruce Lee I paid resale for on GOAT, and I paid $330 for it. I ended up selling that pair for $470. It ended up getting me some good profit in just a couple months too, so I made $140 from that. My Jordan 1 Union Storm Blue, you guys aren't gonna believe this stuff, but I have the receipts over here. I ended up paying $775 for this on GoDap, like a little bit after it first released. Then I ended up selling it for $1,800, and this is a U shoe, which is a profit of 1,025 bucks. People laughed at me when I first started this channel. They're thinking, okay, buying U shoes is disgusting. There's like, just stick with DS shoes, you'll make a lot of profit. I hope I'm showing you guys a theme here where a lot of these shoes are bought resale on GoDap. Used, sold them used, and I'm still making pretty good profit on this. The Jordan 1 Shattered Backboards, this one I don't understand how I did it. Like honestly, I think I bought it like 3 or 4 years ago, but I only paid $205 for this, which absolutely insane. And I sold this one for $900, which is a profit of $695. Times have definitely changed. You will never find that for 200 bucks ever again. A Jordan Atmos Safari pack I paid for on resale on GoDap, size 11, I think, 900 bucks I paid. Ended up selling that one for 1,200. So that one was a profit of 300 bucks. The Nike SB Panda Pigeon. This was one I really didn't want to get rid of because this was a very lucky retail cop from Staple Pigeon, guys. I don't know how I did it, but I hit it for 160, which was the retail at the time. Really nice pair. I wore it quite a bit, so I ended up selling that one for 650, profit of 490 bucks. I kind of regret that one. I wish I could have kept that. Jordan 1 Union Black Toe, another crazy hype pair. This one I bought on resale on GOAT too, 770 bucks. I ended up selling this one for 1,800 as well, so a profit of $1,030. Jordan 1 Shanghai, this one I bought for 620, ended up selling for 1,000, so a profit of 380 bucks. Good to see. The Nike Sacai Vapor Waffle Fuchsia was a sneakers win, one of my few, and that one I paid 180 and ended up selling it for 540. So that's a profit of 360 bucks. Really good come over there. I like that shoe a lot. Super comfortable. Jordan 1 Travis Scott. Dude, I ended up buying like 5 pairs of these over time, and I only ended up keeping one, but I bought pretty much all of them like after the Travis Scott's released, and they were all pretty much worn, and I bought them for ranges of anywhere between $800 to $1,000. So over time, I think I sold 4 of those pairs for profits of like, I don't know, 500 bucks each or something. It was quite a bit, but the one that I did keep was 960 I paid, and I ended up selling that one worn for 1,400, so a profit of 440. Nike Off-White Presto, the 10 collection. This was a resale cop on GOAT as well. Used, I bought it for at $910. Not a lot of profit here. I sold it for 1,000, so I made a quick 90 bucks, but I mean, I wore that shoe a lot. That was my travel shoe, so I got a lot of mileage out of that. It's crazy how much I wore it and still ended up selling it for a profit, which is absolutely insane, which is why I also love the sneaker market, because there's very, very few markets where once you wear something, it can still appreciate in value, you know? Like cars, no matter what, go down unless they're like vintage, like Ferraris and stuff, watches for the most part. That one's a slower grind. They will go up over time, but it takes years and years. Sneakers, you can wear it a lot and it can still go up in price in a span of like 1 or 2 years. It's insane. Last couple ones over here. I know this video is long, but I know you guys want to see that final value. The Jordan one, not for resale, red. This was another sneakers win. I don't know how. I ended up copying it for 160. Sold it for 680. That's a profit of 520 bucks. And then this Nike SB Tiffany Dunk, which you guys are gonna this is one of the biggest come ups I think ever. I ended up buying this one for 225 on GoDaddy like years ago, before the dunk hype came back in full force. It was super clean of a Tiffany Dunk too for 225. And this one I ended up selling to the homie Jacob Starr, because he said it was his grail, you know, personal pair. And easily I could have sold this one for 1,300 bucks, but when I sell to friends and stuff, I'm not trying to make profit, honestly. Like, I just, you know, if it's their grail too, I want to get it to him for a good price. So I gave it to him for 700 bucks. So I still profited 475, but that one probably could have sold for a bunch more. And actually that is the amount of shoes that I've sold so far. So that totaled in profit $17,000 in profit, guys. So I paid all of that money or whatever, but I profited earnings, things that I made off of it, 17 grand, which is insane. Even if you take out the Air Yeezy Red October, that means that I still made over 10 grand in profit from reselling worn shoes. Things that I've kept in my collection, things that I've worn, things that I had to enjoy, but still made profit from down the road, which is amazing. That's why I love sneakers so much. So that's the profit margin, but actually what I got back in cash, because you got to calculate profit and also your take back and stuff total. In cash, that was a net 28,000. So that's 28,000 going to the house. I do want to say that there were 4 shoes that I did not sell yet. The Jordan one, not for resale, yellow. I think that one's still up online right now. The Jordan 1 Fragment, which I bought for 930 bucks, which is insane. Resale on GoDaddy. And that one I'm trying to sell online too. So that's on untiedhawaii.com. If you guys do want to cop it, I believe it's like less than 3K, which is absolutely insane for the condition of that shoe. Air Yeezy 2 Golden Child, which I spent $18.50 on. And then the last one was a Nike SB camcorder. I spent resale on that, and I really didn't want to sell that one, but I said I would sell the whole collection. I got rid of it. That one I'm probably going to lose money on, but that's okay. So technically we're looking at profit probably over 20,000 after those 4 shoes sell, because I did buy them for good prices, which is really awesome. Total like sold money that I made back is like at least 35,000 once everything sells. So all of that was going to the down payment of the house, and I can't thank you guys enough. Like, you know, Net Magnetism for buying up all of the expensive pairs. Go check out their raffle and hopefully you guys can win over there. The people that copped on the web store at untiedhawaii.com, it was just really like a huge thing, because that way I didn't need to liquidate my stocks. I could, you know, sell the things that are like things that I like, but I did love a lot of those pairs. But I think that it's just more important to get the house, you know, get the baby situated, and just, it'll come back. And that's why we have the Starting From Scratch series. So those shoes will come back. But yeah, for now, this is what we made off of it. Pretty darn cool to see, and I hope this inspires you guys to continue to collect on your own collections, and just think of them as like something you love. Shoes, right? There's something that you can like have a passion for, a hobby for, but also kind of look at them as investments, because as I said, I bought all of this at resale. I wore it a lot. I got a lot of good traction on it, a lot of good memories on it, and I still profited 17, probably after everything sells, over 20K in profits, while still wearing what I love, collecting what I love. Just it's incredible what sneakers can do, guys. So that is it for this video. I know it was kind of weird. I'm not sure if you guys are thinking that I'm flaunting like, oh, this is how much money I made, you know, like throw it up or whatever. Like, that wasn't the purpose of this. It's more to show you guys like the used shoe market, there's good potential there, and your collections themselves, they're worth something. So I hope that inspires you, not really like, you know, like says just, okay, check me out, I got all this cash. It's not like that at all. It worked very hard for that. I spent a lot of time looking at worn shoes on different apps all the time. It took work. So that's the kind of like reaping benefits of that. Pretty darn cool. Thank you guys for watching this though. I love all of you guys behind the camera. And until next time, guys, stay home, stay blessed, take care, and I will see you on the next episode. Aloha. Shoots!